Okay, so quite incredibly, I did a farm update video. I just uploaded on YouTube only a couple of hours ago, and I was saying that things are okay for us with the milk price and supply because we were lucky Muller haven't made any reductions on price or restrictions on production. With that, a very serious email has arrived literally in the last 10 minutes. And I'm going to read you where we're at now, and it's quite worrying, really, from every supplier's point of view. So, excuse me while I read from it. Okay, you just bear with me. It is all here. A proper official letter from Muller. Dear Muller supplier, blah blah blah. Urgent action required. Reduce milk volume. And I'll cut a bit of this out. But the pandemic has had an impact on the UK milk market, but also worldwide. Following the collapse of the food service sector, milk which would normally have been supplied to the sector has been diverted to processing outlets which are typically used to balance milk at this time of year. This is exaggerated during the spring flush when farms are producing higher than average milk volumes of milk. So spring flush is when you turn the cows out. They always produce more milk on fresh grass because the spring grass is at its best. We're going to be like that in a week's time. Following discussions with the MMG board, I think that's a Muller Milk Group, we are asking all of our suppliers to cooperate in a milk volume reduction plan for a limited period of time to try and prevent the prospect of non-collection of milk off farm. That is very frightening. That's not even a milk price reduction. That is a non-collection, which means you'll basically spend all your time milking the cows and then they won't pick it up. We are questioning all farms that supply us to reduce milk production by 3% immediately and until the end of May 2020. Jesus Christ. That's 2 months of peak milk production. We're questioning all farms that supply us to reduce milk, blah, blah, blah. Reducing your farm milk production by 3% based on a 7-day average. All farms are required to make this reduction. Timing is key to prevent the need for introduction of further and more serious measures. This request for action has been discussed with the board representatives and is considered the best way to manage the difficult situation. They suggested to members the following find ways of reduction, including drying off cows earlier than planned. Well, we can do that a little bit, but realistically, if a cow's drying off is when you stop milking them, basically just before they're calving. The trouble with that is that some cows are giving quite a lot of milk, and you don't want to dry them off quickly if they're producing too much. Reducing feed rates. Okay, easier said than done. We can do that. We'll probably restrict what they're grazing on. Feeding whole milk to calves. Well, we haven't got a lot of calves at the moment. Using lower quality silage. Well, realistically, everyone's going to be turning out soon. It's like, I don't think many people will be feeding a lot of silage after the next week. So, selling cold cows. Cold cow market is crashing through the floor. And massively impact on your income. We are confident we are best placed to support our farmers during these times of unrivaled uncertainty, and we thank you in advance for playing your part in working together with us. As soon as we can lift the volume reduction requirements, we will be in touch again. This could be before the end of May. Well, I have something to say about this, in the fact that I very much doubt if this reduction will work. Two things. Farmers are always thinking of their own business before everyone else's because they think, well, do you know what? If I keep reducing, everyone else might cut back. I'll be all right. Selfish, but everyone's probably got different reasons for that. Some people have got massive borrowings and are really scarily running their farm. Some people just don't give a monkey's back to someone else. But the second biggest issue is it's this worst time of year to reduce the amount of milk you're producing because the cows will naturally give more milk when you turn them out. And you're asking people to cut their income straight away. It's quite scary, really. Not sure what we're going to do about this quite. I had a thought, okay, and this is something, if any of you got any contacts with any supermarkets or anything, or feel like doing a bit of emailing today, why don't they bring out some things in the supermarkets now, like the milk or the meat, that has an extra, say, 10p a kilo and is marked on there supporting British farmers? Why don't the bottlers and everything put that milk in the supermarket? Give people the choice. I'm not saying you should definitely pick that up, but if some people can afford it, maybe that bottle is 10p more, and we'll go to the people that need that money. rather than their businesses destroyed. You know, because that is the thing. You know, they can flip and put out their high fat, low fat Tesco Finest milk or Tesco Finest meat or something. Why don't they have Corona milk or correct? Well, better name than that probably. Why don't they have a? This needs to be thought through now. We can all support each other, and everyone is. But if you want to keep these British farms going through the long term, for the long term, maybe the things you can radically change in your packaging and just say, buy this, give a little 10p. You know, flipping it. The amount of people that say, oh, they could put another 10p on a bottle of milk and they'd still buy it. Now's the time, people. Now's the time the supermarkets to step up. Show your balls. Show your balls and spread that money about the farmers that need it. I'm not necessarily talking about myself. I'm talking about just the people who have got to chuck their milk away, or the beef farmers that are struggling. It could be put into a fund to help those people, even if it went to Rabbi or something like that that distribute it to needy people. But it's time that sorry, I'm you know me all by now. You know I get a bit emotional about all sorts of stupid stuff. And this is one of them. Anyway, ignore me for that bit. It's nothing. It's just the way I am. I'll cry at a flipping football match if I watch it and someone scores a goal. But I think some of you, if you've got any contacts, email the chief executive of Tesco's, find him and say, how about putting a label on some products in your supermarket, your own brand stuff, and adding 10p on it and giving people the choice, saying this is what is supporting British farmers. I don't know, some general funky marketing man can think of a better title than that, obviously. Support's needed now for a lot of industries, and there should be ways we can all find a way forward on whatever industry it's in. We can all look after each other. Anyway, that's a bit of a shocker. We'll see what happens. You might see a video of me pumping milk into a muck spreader and chucking it on the fields at this rate. That's not a video I want to record. Anyway, right, keep going, guys. All the best. Stay safe.